Chef Chris Holland with Chef Out of Water. You want to learn how to make this at home tonight? Follow along. On this episode of Cooking at Home during a global pandemic, we're going to talk about one of America's staples, macaroni and cheese. Every sauce comes from a certain foundation. In this particular case, bechamel. Bechamel, or a basic white sauce, has been considered since the 17th century to be one of 5 classic French mother sauces. This means that it is the starting point of making other sauces like Mornay, queso, or even, like we're going to make today, a cheesy cheddar macaroni and cheese sauce. To make this recipe, you're going to need the following: 2 cups of milk, 1/4 of a medium-sized onion, a bay leaf, 3 cloves, 2 tablespoons of butter, this is unsalted, 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, about a half a teaspoon of white pepper, 2 cups of cheddar cheese, and for this, I think we'll use 2 cups of dry macaroni. Go ahead and get all your ingredients ready, and we'll be right back with you. Hi, I'm Chris Holland, founder of Chef Daddy Brand Seasoning Salts. Our research proves that Chef Daddy will improve your quality of life. It'll make your dinner taste like it was cooked by James Beard himself. Chef Daddy will bring romance back to the kitchen. It'll make you a better juggler. Cooking with Chef Daddy will make you a better homeschool teacher. Chef Daddy could make you an Iron Chef winner. You can use it to play cornhole. Chef Daddy's like a pot of gold at the end of a rainbow. Chef Daddy, enhancing life's flavor. Let's get cooking. I'm just going to kick this off. We're going to start with our 2 cups of milk into the pot. You want to go ahead and flick that on to about a medium temperature at this point. We're going to bring this milk up to about 120 degrees. Okay, while that is warming up, go ahead and put a spoon in there. We're going to give it a little bit of a stir. While it's warming up, we're going to make a roux, a blonde or white roux. This particular one is going to consist of 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter. We'll go ahead and let those melt a little bit there. And then we're going to add the flour. A roux is used as a thickener to thicken white sauces, or velouté, which will be another mother sauce which we'll catch up on a little bit later in a different episode. But the idea is that a roux, being approximately equal parts butter and flour, cooked together, will thicken a liquid. And that's what we're going for today. All right, so while our butter is melting, our milk is warming up. To make this roux, you're going to need to have your butter melted and starting to kind of lightly bubble. Now, be careful not to burn it. In the meantime, after that, it's come to that point, you're going to add your 2 tablespoons of flour to the mixture. Now, you're going to want to whisk this together really well so that you're creating a roux. So basically a really light paste-like structure. You're going to want to cook it for at least 60 seconds, so keep stirring, whisking away. Cooking it this amount of time will take the starch flavor out of the flour. And while you're cooking your roux, you want to bring your milk up to about approximately 120 degrees, just so it's a little bit above warm, but not too hot. All right? Ultimately, we're going to add the milk mixture to this roux, and it's going to thicken. If both your roux are too hot and your milk are too hot, they will not thicken properly. It will just create roux balls, and thus you'll have to start all over. So we have our roux. It's been cooked for about 60 seconds. We have our milk on. It's approximately 120 degrees. At this point, while whisking vigorously, you add your milk to your roux mixture on about a medium heat. Continue to whisk. You're going to feel this start to become a little thicker. Right, and then we'll do the next step. So while that starts to thicken and come back up to nearly a boil, we're going to do the next step. You're going to take a bay leaf and your quarter of an onion, all right? Your 3 cloves, and you're gonna pin these just like that all together. Now, it's meant to keep them together, but if it doesn't work out that way and they fall apart, it's not a huge deal because we are going to strain the sauce before we use it. Remember, we counted 3 cloves. We want to make sure we get 3 cloves back out because these will break a tooth. Our roux and our milk is fully combined. We have our onion with our bay leaf and our cloves. You're going to literally just drop those in to your milk mixture. You're going to want to cook this between 180 and 200 degrees maximum until it reduces and thickens. It's going to take approximately 20 minutes. In the meantime, bring your pasta water to a boil. All right, we're going to drop in 2 cups of macaroni noodles. This is 2 cups, but after they're cooked, it's going to nearly double in size. We'll have nearly 4 cups of mac. So, a family of 4, this should be a totally sufficient recipe. Into our bechamel sauce, we're going to go ahead and add a half a teaspoon of white pepper. If all you have is black pepper, that's totally fine. Most chefs just prefer that their bechamel be purely white. Again, you're going to cook this for about 20 minutes or until it reduces, at which point we're going to strain it and then proceed with the next step. Bechamel has become quite creamy and it has thickened. Our macaroni noodles are ready to go. Remember, al dente, to the tooth. They don't stick in your molar, but they're not too soft either. So we're going to go ahead and strain those out. Here's where we're at. On a different burner, you're going to put a separate pan on a pretty low flame. All right, and take your bechamel. This is the part where we're going to strain it out. All right, make sure there's no little pieces and parts and cloves and onion and bay leaf in there. Okay, strain it out, and you're going to be left with this beautiful white, creamy sauce. All right. At this point, we're going to make this our cheesy sauce. We have our classic bechamel with the addition of cheese, which would technically be referred to as Mornay. So we're incorporating our cheese into our bechamel. We're going to give it a good whisk. Let it melt in there. That's where all the magic happens. You no longer need those boxed mac and cheeses. You can make your own. The cheese is fully incorporated in there now. What we want to do next, give it a taste, see where we're at for seasoning. It's nice, it's cheesy, it's wonderful. There's one last thing to do. I think we probably should season a little bit though with Chef Daddy. Stir it all together and we're going to taste it again. Boy, that's wonderful. So we've got our sauce fully incorporated. We're going to take our macaroni noodles. You go ahead and just chuck them in there. All right? Give it a mix. Mix it all up. At this point, you can make this your own. Add that can of tuna fish or some vegetables. Throw some asparagus in there, some roasted cauliflower, really whatever. Pink shrimp. Ooh, Dungeness crab is in season right now and the boats are coming in. So add what you want and make this your own. You can put it into a bowl, get it ready to go here. And there you have it. Mac and cheese. Started with a classic French mother sauce, and here's what we got.